Hello there, Edge here from Edge Plays with another little video about shadowbringers. This time I'd like to have a bit of a chat about modifying your display a little bit. A lot of comments I've had recently have been about things such as there's a lot on the screen and it can get a little bit confusing as to what you can see. So this video is going to go a little bit into how to customize that. What you're seeing at the moment is me just sort of taking off things I don't need on the screen. When you first start playing the game, a lot of the information you see on here, like for example the next main story quest, HP, your moves, these are all things that you can customize, make smaller, larger, remove if you don't need it. I'm doing this on a PS4, so a lot of this might look a bit different than if you're playing on, say, for example, PC, but there's a lot of things that you can customize. Like, for example, I can hide my EXP bar, or I can hide the skill, because when you first start playing the game you can see how much money you've got on the screen at all times. I can hide the mini-map, and I can also hide the server time and the clock. Anything that might take up that screen I don't need to see. And it's really good and customizable. So for example, the main scenario thing in the top left you can see, I can hide that if I don't need to see it, or it only shows up when I have another quest to do. There is no right way of doing it, I find, because everyone I've had a chat with has their own preferences into how they like to change it up. But this is just a little bit to show you how to do it. And it's all under when you go into your settings. Now the main three systems you'll probably be looking at is system configuration, character configuration and HUD layout. These give you such things such as what type of control scheme you want to use, whether that be keyboard and mouse on the PS4 or the controller. And it also does things such as, for example, hiding players' names. So sometimes when you're in a heavily populated area, it's very hard to see what you're looking at. Right now I'm changing it to initials, so I don't need to worry about seeing people's full names. Or for example, if I'm recording video, I don't need to worry about sort of personal names popping up. You can also change options when you're in dungeons, but I would probably urge to not do too much of that until you've been in your first few dungeons and other experiences to sort of see what you might need to keep. But yeah, what I'm doing here at the moment is I'm just having a bit of a play around, just sort of seeing what I can try and make so I can have the maximum screen size that I can see. So in this case I'm reducing the size of my HP bar and my MP bar. I'm also moving my, in this case my gun breaker's sort of powder gauge into the bottom right hand corner, which will allow you to have a bit of a play around with what you can see on the screen. Now again, as I iterate, what I'm doing is more I find quite useful for myself. You can customize it however you see fit. And we'll let the video run in the background for a little bit. Again, if you want me to go into a bit more detail with all these settings, we can do. Just give us a shout on the comments below, and we're gonna have a bit of a look at it. But I just wanted to sort of let you guys know that don't need to panic about all those menus, because it is quite comfortable. Once you spend a bit of time having a bit of a play around with it, you can make it as comfortable looking or as easy to digest as possible. There is a lot of settings, but they all make sense as time goes on as you play through the game. And the wonderful thing as well is that the headers on the top of these systems kind of give you an indication of what each one means. But I'm going to shut up now. Any questions? Enjoy. And there we go. Hopefully that's given you a little bit of insight into how to customize or have a bit of a play around with the systems. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, love some feedback just in case there's anything like you want to see a bit more of. If you want to know anything else you can do in Shadowbringers, or at the very least any sort of interesting bits, let us know and I will try and get it in the next video. But hope you have a good time on the game, and see you next time.